Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Middleware Technologies. Last week we have seen how we can use Playbook with a simple example, like we have used Playbook to set up Jenkins service. Yeah, so today like we will be looking at Ansible Vault. So Ansible Vault is basically a tool which is used to encrypt the sensitive data, like confidential or sensitive data. Okay, so let's go through how Ansible Vault can be used to encrypt or decrypt our sensitive data, and what exactly the Ansible Vault is. Okay, so we have many uh, uh, data data or information which we want to secure. Okay, so we have passwords, we have uh, security tokens, we have secrets, we have our certificate primary keys, private keys. All these are the data which our application uses, but these needs to be like secured. So we cannot use them basically in a plain text format in our application, and we can directly check in into any repository, because that will have a major impact to our application, because all these secrets will be visible to the whole world. Okay. So that is why we need to have a way to make sure our uh, secrets or confidential data is secured in in a way. Okay, so that's where like Ansible Vault helps us. So Ansible Vault is basically a tool provided by Ansible, which helps in like encrypting and decrypting the data, which is uh, which is of privacy, like basically confidential. Okay, so let me go through some of the important uh, points or features related to the Ansible Vault. Okay, so Ansible Vault, as I said, like it is used to like secure confidential data by encrypting and decrypting it. Okay, and Ansible Vault can be used to encrypt variables and files. So we can use it to encrypt whatever variables which have sensitive data, or whatever files like key files, or any cert file uh, which we want to, or any configuration file which contains confidential information related to user ID, password. So all those type of files we can encrypt using Ansible Vault. Okay, and like basically for this encryption and decryption, we will need a password that is called vault password. So encryption and decryption is carried out using that vault password. So we need to have a way to like uh, store those vault passwords. Like basically we can store them in a secure location on the file system, or there are other tools like keyring, or like secret manager, which can be used to store the vault passwords. Okay, so that is one thing. So vault passwords, vault passwords can be many. Okay, so each variable and each file can be encrypted using different vault passwords. So there can be many vault passwords, or you can use only single password for all of the files and variables. So it depends upon the complexity of your environment, wherein you are trying to implement the Ansible Vault. So if it is very basic environment or simple environment with only few sensitive data which you want to encrypt, you can go with a few passwords, or only single password for encryption and decryption. But if you have a complex environment where you have different environments and different applications with different needs, you can go for multiple vault passwords. Okay, so that is one thing. Multiple vault passwords can be used to differentiate, can be used and differentiate using vault ID. So this is basically whenever we are encrypting using a vault password, that vault password can be given a reference ID. So that is basically attaching a label to that uh, password, so that the encrypted content will have that label present in the content. So with that label, you will be able to identify uh, uh, for what purpose this password has been encrypted. So that is the purpose of vault ID. Okay, and next thing is encryption with Ansible Vault protects only data at rest. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so whatever data we are encrypting or encrypting, that data is encrypted at rest. That means when the files are not being utilized or in any process, or they are being executed, like they are being used, they are not being used in any process. That means that is called data at rest. Basically, the files are like encrypted on the server, but if they are being transferred or they are being used executed by a playbook, that will again with the vault password they are getting decrypted, and they are again going to be plain text while the process is executing using those encrypted data. So that is one thing that is very important you need to remember. Okay, vault IDs add labels to encrypted content. So this I already mentioned. So vault IDs are like reference labels which can be used to identify for what purpose the password has been encrypted. Okay, so the last one, like vault password, can be stored in files or third-party tools. So I already mentioned, like we can use plain text file on a file system, like in a secured way, or you can go with other third-party tools like Secret Manager or third-party tools. So this is a high-level like information or important uh, uh, notes about Ansible Vault. So Ansible Vault is basically used to encrypt and decrypt the data using vault passwords, and we can encrypt by either the variables or the files. Okay, so that is the thing about Ansible Vault, which is inbuilt within the Ansible, which we install. Okay, and yeah, so let's go through some of the examples, like how we can utilize the Ansible Vault. Okay, so here in this article, like we will see how we can use Ansible Vault to like encrypt variable, and and how we can decrypt it, and how we can utilize them in Ansible playbook or in a module. Okay, so as a first example, let's see how we can encrypt a string uh, with Ansible Vault. Okay, so for that purpose, we need to use the Ansible Vault tool with encrypt underscore string parameter. Okay, so let me go through. So let me show you how we can do this one. Okay, so for that purpose, let's create one folder, Ansible Vault example. So as I said, like every encryption and decryption requires a vault password. Okay, so for that purpose, I am going to create one file called vault password, uh, which will be used to uh, encrypt and decrypt the data. Test at the rate 1234. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the password, vault password, like which I stored on a plain text file, which I will be using to encrypt and decrypt the data. So let's try to encrypt a string db underscore password. and give it a variable like label or variable name like dbpass. Okay, so let's see how we can do this encryption using Ansible Vault. So we need to run the Ansible Vault tool. We need to pass the encrypt underscore string option. Then we need to pass the vault password file, password file. So that is vault pass, and we need to encrypt the string which we can provide in double quotes db underscore password, and give that string a variable name that I'm going to give as dbpass. Okay, so let's see what happens when we run this command. Okay, so you can see like we have got some encrypted value here. Okay, so let's try to decrypt what this content is basically. Okay, the first line, if you see, it contains dbpass. Okay, so dbpass is the actual variable uh, which we are going to use within our playbook to read the data, basically the encrypted data. Okay, and the content after the colon, so basically that is the uh, encrypted content, which is equivalent to the string db underscore password. Okay, so that is the basic thing about this encrypted content. Okay, so you need to make sure basically like you understand what exactly this content basically is, whatever encrypted data that we are getting. Okay, so right now like we have encrypted the string db underscore password with a variable dbpass. Okay, so let's go to our next step. What we want to do is create encrypted variable using vault id. Okay, so as I said in my initial like talk, vault id are like basically a reference labels that we attach to the passwords. Okay, so basically we are going to run the same command, but instead of vault password file, we are going to give vault id as a parameter, in which we are going to provide the label. Okay, and at the rate the password file. Okay, so let me try to run this command using vault id. Vault, right? Ansible vault encrypt string vault id label at the rate vault pass, which is the like vault password file of my environment. Then the string the variable name that we want to give it to our string. Okay, so basically we are going to provide a label to our encrypted data with this vault id option. Okay, so let me run this and see the output. You can see, let me run the other previous command also here, just for your reference. Okay, so you see the only difference just except for this part, like the encrypted numbers, like if you see, the only difference you can find is like here without vault id we are not getting any label, but with vault id we are providing a label. So whenever you are going to uh, see cat this encrypted data, you will be at least able to see this prod db label, okay, reference label, with which you will be able to identify for what purpose you have like encrypted this data. So let's say like I have given this prod db to help myself understand like this encrypted data is related to the prod database. Maybe it is a password for the prod database that we have encrypted in this content. Okay, so that is the purpose of vault id. Okay, so let me clear my screen. So right now, like we have seen how we can encrypt a variable uh, using encryption underscore string and using vault id. Okay, now the next step is, let's try to store that encrypted content use into a vars.yaml file. Okay, so let me run the vault id command again. Okay, so I'll use this command which has a reference like db, prod db. So let's run this one, and let's try to save this content into vars.yaml file. Just a minute. Okay, so we have copied the encrypted content. Let me clear my screen. Okay, so we have our vars variables file, YAML file with the key dbpass and the encrypted content. Okay, so so, so let's see how we can utilize this variables file using uh, a module. Okay, so let's try to see how we can get the decrypted content of that variable using an Ansible module that is debug. Okay, so what we will do is we will run the debug module, and we will pass this file which has encrypted content, and we will pass the vault id. Basically it is a reference to our uh, like a password file and the label that we want to actually decrypt. Okay, so let me try to run this command. Okay, Ansible. So we are going to run this on localhost just to test. So Ansible localhost -m module, module name is debug, -a the optional parameters that we want to pass. So in this case it is var is equal to dbpass that we want to decrypt. Okay, and the file name that we want to pass which contains our basically the encrypted content. Okay, so where variable dbpass is the variable which we want to decrypt, and that is contained within the file vars.yaml file. Okay, and once this command is ready, we need to pass the vault id that is prod db source @vault pass. Okay, so let's see what exactly we get it. Okay, I think localhost I missed the very L. here. Okay, so you can see like we have got the variable and the corresponding decrypted data. So if you have seen my initial commands, like we have encrypted the db underscore password string using encrypt underscore string, and we have stored with the variable reference like db pass. Right now, like we have used the local module, like we have used the debug module to decrypt the variable db pass, which is using a vars file which has the encrypted content, and we are able to fetch the decrypted data. So this is how we can utilize the vars encrypted data in the modules and decrypt the content. Okay, so let's see some more examples. So right now, like we have stored our encrypted content in a file. Okay, so let's try to use that file in a playbook. Say, so like whatever example we have run, that is a ad hoc command that we have run. So right now, let's try to run the same command, like same module, using an Ansible playbook. Okay, so let me write down that playbook, vault example.yaml file, and the host, let's try to run it on my group stack which has one node. Remote user, I want to run it with admin. Okay, and the tasks. Okay, so this is the task that we want to execute, that is decrypt the variable. Let's say decrypt the db pass variable. Okay, so debug, so we'll use the debug module message, and what is the variable name we have is db pass. Okay, we need to use var, so which is the variable we want to print basically. Okay, so before this task, actually we need to pass the file that we are going to use to fetch the variable. So for this purpose, we need to use vars underscore files, which will reference our vars.yaml file. Okay, so here what exactly we are doing is we are going to run this playbook on my host group stack, which has one node with remote user admin, and we have passed the vars file which contains the encrypted data. Okay, so this encrypted data will be decrypted, and it will print the variable dbpass over here. Okay, so let me save this playbook, and let's try to run this playbook vault example. And we need to pass the vault ID. That is prod db at the rate vault pass. Okay, so this is the thing we are trying to run to see if we are able to get the. Okay, I think okay, I missed the dash over here. Okay, so you can see the playbook has executed the first default task, that is gather the facts from the remote node. Then it executed my the first task in the playbook, that is decrypt the dbpass variable. So it has executed it on the remote node, that is 192.168.47.130, and it has fetched the variable dbpass and its decrypted content. Okay, so that is how we can utilize uh, the encrypted content files use variables which are stored in the files using playbook. Okay, so let's see how we can directly place the content, encrypted content within the playbook rather than storing it in a file. Okay, so that also we can do. So instead of like, let me open my playbook again. So instead of creating instead of passing the var file, so we can pass the variable vars. So here we need to just copy the content of the vars file. Okay, so let me take the content from the vars file. So it has the variable and the encrypted content. Okay, so let me copy this one and let me open this file and copy the content over here. Okay, so right now what we have done is, instead of using vars file storing the encrypted content, we are directly using the content within the playbook. So it is up to you, like how you want to utilize. So it is always a good practice to put the encrypted contents in a different files and reference them in the playbook rather than just copy pasting the content directly into the playbook, because it will make your playbook clumsy, like it will look complicated. So that is up to you how you want to utilize it. So let me save this file and let's try to run the same like a playbook command which we ran previously. Okay, I think there is some issue with the copy which I have done. Let me open my playbook. Let me see what is the mistake. Okay, so we need to actually give two space, like actually I have indented it incorrectly, so we need to have two space indentation like I have it per task. Okay, so that was a problem. So let me try to save this and clear my screen, and let's try to execute it again. Okay, let me open my playbook again. So what I did is like I think there is some issue with the indentation. So I tried to create it in a plain text file and copy pasted here again. So it is the same content what we have done previously. So I have copy pasted from plain text file, and right now I'm executing the same thing, and we can see like we'll be able to get the decrypted content of our dbpass variable. Okay. So this is how we can utilize the vault, Ansible vault, to encrypt the variables and decrypt them. We can also encrypt the files, which we'll try to see in our next video, and we will also see how we can utilize those encrypted files uh, which in the playbook. So we'll try to see an example of that one in our next video. Okay, so this is all like I wanted to show you in this video. Thank you all. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a good day.